Welcome back to Alex's Cave mod pack, and I'm starting off in the Nether. My goal today is to be very distracted with other biomes, apparently, and collect different things. The only reason why I like this biome, one, because it looks like it's another light source I could possibly use somewhere, is two, which I wish that this grass, whatever they call it, it's basically grass, actually you could use underwater, but I don't think so because it's grass. This is actually pretty cool. The overgrowth on the bone blocks I think is pretty cool as a whole, kind of like connected texture sort of thing. But I'm here for blaze rods as a whole. And also I almost died right here entering this bastion in a bad place. So I got back where I needed to get to, which was the fortress. Now, the mobs in the fortress are your typical mobs that you would have in the fortress. My problem was these stupid mosquitoes. That's my problem. They weren't doing as much damage, per se, but I'm not going to say knockback, but they're knockback that they have for them. And they're kind of like seagulls. They kind of sneak up on you. Like, I don't even know when they start actually tracking you, but it's quick. It's quick. And I think a lot of the mobs actually in this mod pack are pretty aggressive. Look at this. A little bit of knockback. They just keep on coming. And they don't really scare me as much as they just get on my nerves. All I wanted to do was bridge over. Let's just bridge over. Of course, I'm looking for pigs that are going to attack me right here. I give up though, and then I just dig my way up. And then I find a blaze spawner as a whole. Like I typically would, block it off, dig down below it, and keep swiping. My biggest problem right now, and of course I've been extra lazy with it, is having looting on my sword. I have fortune, trying to figure out if that works, kind of, which it doesn't. Fortune on my sword, on my axe. My sword, no looting, which, let's just say it comes back to bite me a little later as well. I need looting. It's one of my big things for my tools and everything else that I could possibly need right now is looting. And from there, I just sit here. I just sit here doing this for a while, and then I just give up. I think I had enough. I think it was like 12 or 13 blaze rods, and it was fine. And then I went back to one of my other tasks, and I do all this stuff at the same time. Like, this is not, I'm just adding this from different times. This is how I play the game. It's just I'm everywhere doing everything at one time, which is just how I enjoy playing the game. So I'm back in the primordial cave just to collect some eggs, because you can't use the amber monolith spawners, which hopefully I'll remember to show in a different video. Maybe, maybe not, question mark. But basically, all you need to know is these spawners will spawn you in these holes. I'm just kidding. This is basically where I'm at. This is a reason why I always keep blocks on my hotbar, because you just never know when you have to pillar or block something. But these spawners, they're in-game. They're unique to this biome here. And what's interesting is it doesn't just spawn stuff in this biome. Whatever biome you put it in will spawn whatever is spinning inside the amber, which hopefully I'll show you at some point. But basically, if it's a biome that has gorillas, it'll choose gorillas to spawn, not dinosaurs, even though you got it from this biome here. I know it's a whole lot, but I think it's a really cool thing, and it takes a while. So hopefully I'll set those up, and then I'll show you in some other video from there. But from that, I went to doing the one thing I wanted to do, is catch this stupid octopus. Now, this is my first attempt to catch this octopus, because the characteristics of this thing are they can change or mimic other things, blowfish, and basically camouflage themselves away from you. And for whatever reason, it's just always close around these reefs is where they're at. Any mob that I was looking for that's not unique to vanilla, if that makes sense, we're spawning around the reefs. It wouldn't just randomly spawning outside the reef section. That's just a little FYI. That's actually part of it. But it got a little rough because of the skeleton fish. So I went to do something a little safer. Is to collect the lobster tail, because I need these to tame those. Those octopus need tails, lobster tails. And again, where it's biting me in the butt is that I need looting. That's my biggest thing right now is looting. Look at this. And I'm just spending my time just doing this. I cannot remember, and I read the book. There's so much. If you play the mod pack, look and read the Animal Dictionary. It's one of the few books that are in any mod pack I've ever played that are really useful to the game itself. Like, it's useful for me to actually take the time to read. But I need looting because this takes forever. So from here, I go back after I get my looting and everything. The hammerheads, they're not that dangerous. That is my problem right there. The hammerheads, the characteristics for those is they attack things that are, I think it said half health. So since I'm full health, it's not going to attack me at all. Even if I attack it, I don't think it's going to attack me because they're scavengers, as they put in the game. So my idea for what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep just looking. And I finally find something that I wasn't looking for at the time. Just looking. I was just waiting for things to spawn, and then I saw this thing. Is the Mantis. If you're wondering what it is, it's just the Mantis. Those things, the characteristics for these things are pretty cool, and hopefully I can get to show some of that. But I know that I could lasso these things. And let me just say, these things are fast. They're fast on land, let alone in water. Like for as many mobs as I've had to catch or chase or run from, they are incredibly fast. They're really cool looking though. So I get away from that center. For whatever reason, everything spawns right there in the center. And these things actually are pretty cool when you actually have to breed them as well. It's the same sort of function for these. These are tropical fish though. I think it said 10 to 15. I think is what it said, 10 to 15 per to actually tame these little monsters. I can't remember. I think I accidentally hit this. The red one. Just pay attention to the red one. Now that I say this now. Because this is not my first red shrimp, I believe. See, I don't know what just happened. I really don't know what. I know it's hitting me. I don't know what happened though. I think the other shrimp hit it. I think that's, yeah, I'm watching it now. Because the other shrimp was mine as well, and it was attacking me. I guess that's what it was. I put this cover over them because they only have 5 minutes to be out of water, so I technically think they're out of water in the boat. Now watch how quick this is. I'm trying not to hit this because these things were not spawning as quick. Look, he was already off to attack some other fish. See, right there. It is on it. I don't even think they eat those fish. They just like attacking them, which I think is very cool. They will attack other mobs. I think their favorite mob to attack, I think they put in the book, it says treat, is actually shulker boxes. Yeah, there's a whole lot of information that I've had to learn just in this one episode. So my thought process was I'm going to just keep circling around the middle. That's all I was going to do is just keep circling around. Hopefully, if I leave the area, I don't want to leave too far. So, you know, the whole spawn in, spawn out, spawn in, spawn out sort of thing. If I get far enough away, because this is a pretty big area here. And I was like, well, let me just keep doing this. And that's what I actually kept doing. Days in game. It took me a while. But if one thing spawned, it means that it'll keep spawning eventually in the same area. That's my hopes anyway, how regular Minecraft is. So from here, I just kept on going. My problem is I get really easily distracted. Very easily. And my problem with it is I want to see if I can catch these snakes because I really want them. I tried the boat. It doesn't, you can't lasso it. It will not get in the boat. I get a little closer. Let's just say it's not going to get in the boat. I'm going to tell you that. Now, the effects I think are pretty cool with these things. Any of these poisonous mobs or plants or stuff like that, I was actually feeling nauseous watching this. a little bit of poison, and I'm standing there and just watching this. I can't even keep watching it because it's making me nauseous just looking at it. Me in game, and I'm not even playing. I don't know what these rattlesnake tails are for. The rattles, I can't remember. I know I read about it, but I don't remember. We'll get back to that at some point. Maybe, just maybe. So I get back to what I was trying to do. So this is where everything was spawning, was right here in the center. And I know that zombies, I think zombies and skeletons can ride these sword skeleton things. So I thought I'd be able to just kind of weed some out from this spot, and what I wanted to spawn would spawn in. Let's just say no. Just quick answer, no. They don't. They just keep spawning these swordfish like there's a spawner right there on the bottom. So if you see them spawning a lot in the same spot, they're going to keep spawning even if you kill them, which is unfortunate. But that's a little tip that I learned sitting here for, it has to have been 15, 20 actual minutes just sitting here. Now this skull is actually a sword. I'm probably never going to use it, but you can even put enchants on it. I think it's just cool though. I might just put it in the picture frame. But I think it's actually pretty cool. I still don't like these things. I did, however, find another shrimp, a mantis shrimp that hopefully I don't kill. I just grab another one and then just run. Because those swordfish, I'm not sure if you remember it from my first episode, but the swordfish, the skeleton things, are very fast. And they will keep attacking. Now my armor is way better than when I started. I have good armor. It doesn't have to be the best armor. But I would say minimum diamond. Even if it's just regular unenchanted. Just use that as well. I'm trying to keep all the facts in here because there was so much stuff I learned just from my interactions making this one video. That's why it's full of different animals, different areas, because there's so much in this mod pack. And let's say if I did 100 days, it wouldn't be enough time. And I think it does the mod pack a very large disservice. See, look, it's off doing its thing. See? These things are aggressive. And for fish I'm not trying to catch, it's not a huge deal. I want to see it in action on land as well, because I'm not sure if they're that quick on land. My problem is when I'm trying to catch something else and it's actually in the water. You see it? I finally see another one. The shark is not a huge deal. For me, we'll say that. I don't know why, but I've had to work for this octopus. Like everything wants to eat this octopus. I'm trying to tame it real quick. See, it's not going to attack me because my health is up. See, it's still not attacking me. And it's gone. Now I need to basically catch this. Fun fact. They do get in boats. I'm not sure if the mantis would have gotten the boat as quick, but I figure I'd say that now. They do get in boats. So what I did was, because I'm towards the center, I know where I'm at. I want it to follow me quick enough to where it'll follow me away from this. And I'm looking because these swordfish are fast. I don't honestly know at first if it got in the boat. I didn't even try. It just lucked out that it was there. See? That it just got in the boat, which was very fortunate. So octopus will get in boats. The mantis will get in boats if you guide them that direction. I don't know if the swordfish will get in the boats though. Or these fish right here for that matter. I'm off my own little tangent, sorry. This was a lot I put into this one episode. And it was a lot to catch this other octopus as well. Yeah, that mantis, when I said everything wants these octopus gone, I was not kidding. I watched this happen and just keep, because if I go towards the center, there's some, do you see it? The sword, the skelly fish is right there, swimming around, so I couldn't do anything. But I need this other octopus. So I got close enough and I just kind of I just went with it. I just went for it. This octopus has quite either really good regen or the mantis is really not doing as much damage to this octopus. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, every single mob has been relatively easy to catch, but not these octopus. Whatever reason, every time I had to catch one, I had to kill something else just to catch it. Just to catch it. And I see that swordfish still there, and that's kind of what I was trying to avoid. So I'm going to try to tame it quick without dying, that is. I'm trying to remember why it keeps camouflaging like that. I know I read it camouflages or mimics, but I can't remember when. Because when it's on the ground, it'll keep changing color like that, but it's not camouflaged to anything. I'll work with them as a whole, but this is one of the few mobs I've actually wanted to catch was the octopus, if you didn't know. One of the few that's on my mod pack bucket list is this is one of them. And I've got two. And you breed them. How do you breed them? Shrimp tails, maybe? I think it's shrimp still. But what I didn't realize is that you can, once you tame them, you can just bucket them. You can just put them in a bucket. You can't bucket these. There's something interesting with those mantis. Once you actually breed them, which you can breed them. But I'll get back to that. So I'm back to what I was trying to do before, is get items for the end game to fight the dragon. And what I need is ender pearls. I have looting, and I get really distracted with this here. Let's just say these serpents didn't seem like they had a lot of health, but they are really sneaky. I don't think they do as much damage as those, what are those things? Those serpent things in RL Craft. Those things can go much higher and do a lot more damage. Even with good armor, they do a lot of damage. But these, I think I just wanted to kill them. That's all I really wanted to. And of course, serpent tooth. I haven't a clue what the tooth is for. And this is basically how I did it. It was really boring. These areas are not really spawning the endermen like they would normally in regular vanilla. I don't know if the mob cap is getting filled up, but I went through this whole area and I might have seen 4 or 5. But here we go. And of course, I made sure I brought blocks because I was like, well, they're definitely going to spawn me too far. And this is far. Pretty far. I don't know what those creatures are down at the bottom. Eventually, we'll probably figure that out. But right now, it's just the dragon. I was not sure if this dragon fight is going to have anything extra, per se. Like extra as in extra mobs, which kind of makes me panic because I know RL Craft, if I didn't have a flying creature to help me fight, I can assure you I would have just gave up on the game in general before I beat the dragon. But there's some animals I wanted in here. In the end city that I actually, in the end, that I wanted to explore. I just added a few clips. So you've guys seen people fight the dragon before. This is just how I fight the dragon. I shoot stuff down. I don't really attack the dragon until everything's just gone. So it doesn't regen. That's kind of how I fight. If you bring bottles, you can scoop up the dragon's breath if you want. I do. I never use it. But this is basically how the fights work. Pretty straightforward. Feather falling is a good thing to have. I fought a lot of dragons, so this really wasn't a huge thing for me. I didn't even look, well, early game, at any enderman this time. Normally I look at 1 or 2, but I didn't look at any. I kind of want to have a fight, though, with dinosaurs, the dragon, at some point. But there it is. We have made our way and made our goal to beat the dragon so we can, I would like some wings and to explore. So the next episode, I will probably have everything I need for the wings, and of course with rockets. And then from there, hopefully we can just explore the end safely. I know this was a rambly episode because there was so much. Hopefully next episode there'll be less topics, but I did so much and I didn't want to not include anything else. But as I say all the time, thank you for watching.